The canto is the status quo, and the chapter is the description by Lord Kapila of adverse fruitive activities. Narakastha api dehinam vai na pumam satyaktam ichati narakayam nirbatu satyam deva maya vimohitaha narakasthopi dehavai na pumam satyaktam ichati narakayam nirbatu satyam deva maya vimohitaha. Naraka, in hell. Sthaha, situated. Api, even. Deham, body. Vai, indeed. Na, not. Puman, person. Tyaktam, to leave. Ichhati, wishes. Narakayam, hellish. Nirvatau, enjoyment. Satyam, when existing. Deva Maya, by the illusory energy of Vishnu. Vimohitaha, deluded. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. The conditioned living entity is satisfied in its own particular species of life. While deluded by the covering influence of the illusory energy, he feels little inclined to cast off his body, even when in hell, for he takes delight in hellish enjoyment. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is said that once Indra, the king of heaven, was cursed by his spiritual master Brihaspati on account of his misbehavior, and he became a hog on this planet. After many days, when Brahma wanted to recall him to his heavenly kingdom, Indra, in the form of a hog, forgot everything of his royal position in the heavenly kingdom and refused to go back. This is the spell of Maya. Even Indra forgets his heavenly standard of life and is satisfied with the standard of a hog's life. By the influence of Maya, the conditioned soul becomes so affectionate towards this particular type of body that if he is offered, give up this body and immediately you will have a king's body, he will not agree. The attachment strongly affects all conditioned living entities. Lord Krishna is personally conversing, give up everything in this material world, come to me, and I shall give you all protection. But we are not agreeable. We think we are quite all right. Why should we surrender unto Krishna and go back to his kingdom? This is called illusion or Maya. Everyone is satisfied with his standard of living, however abominable it may be. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurmritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shavishakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Krupa Sindhurvacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्रभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you today for joining in the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. So we are very fortunate to have this Sangha every day morning. So in Kali Yuga, they discussing and glorifying Bhagavad Katha among all of you is very, very pious. And this is a very beautiful subject matter where Kapil Dev is describing about the description of the adverse fruitive activities. So Prabhupada very beautifully explained each and every verse here. And I was saying that each how he is connecting from verse 1 to verse 2, then verse 2 to verse 3. from verse 4 to verse 5. Now, this particular verse 5 is a continuation from verse 4. Like yesterday, we discussed about different aspects of Maya. So this is basically is a continuation part of that. So my knowledge is very limited in this discussion in this subject matter, but with all of your blessings and guidance of Guru and Gauranga, would like to glorify this beautiful subject matter for my own purification. So we see that in the previous verse, Lord Kapila is instructing that the living entity, in whatever species of life he appears, he finds that particular type of satisfaction in that species. And he is never averse to being situated in such a condition. Basically, wherever he is there, right, he thinks that is heaven for me. It could be any very difficult situation, if you look from an outside point of view, or not in a like pleasant situation. But he thinks that is basically the best thing for him, and he is very happy in that, and he doesn't want to leave that. So the satisfaction of the living entity in a particular type of body, even if it is not abominable, it is basically called illusion. So we saw, like last class, that Maya has two phases of activities. We discussed yesterday that there are two things. One is, Prakasa Atmika, and the other one is Abharana Atmika. So Abharana Atmika means the covering, and the Prakasa Atmika, that means basically pulling down. So more you entangled basically into Maya, right? You get basically trapped in that. So when our intelligence is covered by the Maya, we cannot understand whether we are happy or we are not happy. So Maya is actually temporary. It's basically, it's not eternal, but we think that it is eternal. Like sometimes, in the family life, we are so much entangled with kids, family members, wife, husband, and everything. We sometimes, like when we sit down and think that we hardly have any time for ourselves, or for like for Supreme Person of Godhead. Sometimes we complain that there are so many activities are there, we don't find time to chant. But yes, this family atmosphere and everything is our duty. But if we get too much entangled and too much attached to them, sometimes we see that when we grow older, there's a distance between the kids. So sometimes it happens, like you get so much, affected that it in another way also, we see certain cases, parents expect a lot, and when it doesn't get fulfilled, they get hurt. They expect a lot because they think that this kid is mine, the son is mine, the daughter is mine. I did so much for them. It's good that we are in a family atmosphere. We should definitely do our duty. But thinking that this is mine, that causes the problem. In fact, we should think that they are Krishna's children, and our parents also are Krishna. He has provided these parents, and we have to take care of them. If we have this kind of feelings, this kind of surrender, that if we see Krishna is in everywhere, then this expectation, this moho, this illusion won't stay. So basically, then just wanted to understand basically what is Maya. Maya, we say that it is illusion. So the literal meaning of Maya, what the literal meaning of Maya means that which is not. Like we see in the desert, like there is a mirrors will be there. All of a sudden you will see there is water is there. So everybody will run. Those who are traveling in the desert, they will basically run to drink water. When there is no water over there. Like from far away, it looks yes, there is water. When we go nearby, that is not there. That is basically some kind of illusion. So we can compare Maya in that way, that Maya is something that which is not. So basically, Maya, it refers to accepting the temporary as having a lasting value and looking for enduring happiness in that world. So basically, under the influence of the three gunas, this conditioned soul, it basically is misled by the matter, then it gets entangled and basically it gets entrapped. So this tendency, basically, we call it as Maya or illusion. So when under the influence of Maya, what happens? That we think that we say that we are the soul, right? But we think mistakenly, we think that we are actually basically, this body is everything. Like suppose, like I'm having a white body. I think that yes, I am superior, I'm white, I'm a man, I'm a woman, this is my house, then this is my country, I am from a good country, good background, I have done this kind of education, I went to this good school, so many things. Basically, we identify along with our body and our belongings. Thus what happens, like the soul basically is illusion. In him, he identifies this whatever is temporary all around there, right? Whether it can be race, it can be gender, but it can be family or nation, bank balance, then any kind of false identity or false ego. This soul, the basically soul basically, it tries to in control in that way and enjoys the matter. Basically, whatever matter we see that doesn't belong to us, everything belongs to Krishna. But the soul falsely, it identifies with those matter and tries to enjoy in that. However, while doing that, what happens? The lust increases, the greed increases, the anger increases. Things are not mine. We try to demand that, yes, this is mine. We see something else in somebody and we want to have that. The lust and greed and anger then slowly develops within us. Sometimes we don't get things, we get frustrated. In frustration, what happens? We try to multiply our effort. Somehow or the other, I want to get it. And by we don't mind, like we could be very nice person, but sometimes since we want that, we are like affected by the illusion, we try to do the mistakes, then we try to do more and more mistakes, then slowly fall. What happens? We get trapped into it. We can imagine that like there is a lotus is there in a pond. We see that there is a mud pond is there, but yes, we want that lotus for ourselves. What happens? The kids is young, somebody puts 1 foot into the mud water. The mud water in such a way that it will slowly pull you. You think it's one hand away. You will put one more step inside the water. One step, two step, like slowly what happens? You get captured in that mud. Neither you get the rose, neither you come out of it. So the situation of Maya is just like that. So we told a little bit, we discussed about how the gunas affected the Maya, right? So when it is ignorance, right? In ignorance, one person is fully convinced that the right is wrong and the wrong is right. If he is doing a right thing, he will have a confusion. No, maybe it is not right. I should have done the other way. And when he is doing the wrong thing, right? Person is illusioned, he doesn't know, intelligence is stolen, then he will be doing a wrong thing. He should say, no, this wrong can be right also because I am going to get something. So when the person is in the mode of passion, he's not sure whether he's doing this, whatever he's doing is correct or not. He's hesitant sometimes. And sometimes we try to play in the stock market. We're a little bit hesitant, not sure. Or like you want to buy a very luxurious car and to buy a high-end home. Like these days we see, like economy is not good. Sometimes people buy high-end houses and after some time something happens, like they are into frustration. So in passion, basically they are not sure. They're hesitant, but sometimes enjoying, and other times what happened? They repent that my decision was not good. So then only thing is when you are in goodness, the soul begins to develop some kind of intelligence or wisdom. In that situation, what we do? We see the things in the correct light or correct vision. That when we have that kind of vision or that kind of enlightenment, it means that we are moving away slowly from tamas to raja, then to come into sattva. By doing so, when we are slowly in the sattva guna and we are seeing things in the right consciousness, in the right context, then the soul gradually escapes from the clutches of the Maya and moves towards liberation or moves towards Krishna. So that way, what happens? Whenever there are some adverse situation comes, it doesn't affect us that much. So we discussed about pursuing the marriage in the desert. So like the water in the desert, so the world also provides us some kind of temporary happiness. These are not really happiness. These happiness are already there, but this means that they are kind of a dream. When we wake up from the dream, all these things are we realize that they are all temporary. There is no real things are there. Similarly, our desire for happiness, though we are frustrated, implies that the real pleasure doesn't it exist. And another example wanted to share is sometimes there will be a rope will be there in the darkness when you're walking and in the yard there is a rope will be there. We think that yes, that's not a rope, that could be a snake. And immediately what happens? We get a little bit scared. So in the twilight, we mistake that a rope can be a snake. In doing so, what happened that we feel fear, we get intimidated. And fear and other emotions also may often be based on the illusion, which is basically an incorrect perception of reality. And when we are in fear, right, we try to commit also mistakes. Now, just wanted to, yesterday also discussed, and in this purport also, Prabhupada also very beautifully described basically about the power of Maya. So we know all the story that Indra, he was basically cursed by his Guru Brihaspati, and he got a hellish life of a pig. Indra, like, he has a tendency to enjoy, and here when he's having a pig's life, he is also enjoying. So this illusory material energy is so powerful. When Indra is basically, he is taking birth as a pig, he is having piglets, and like his wife, he is having so many wives are there, so many kids are there. So Indra is enjoying in the pig's life. So then Naradji was traversing, and there is a, when Indra's course period is over, and there is a requirement that Indra has to come back to his position. So then Naradji came and they called him that, hey, Lord Indra, you have to come back to your own position. Now you are having a pig's life. But Indra is so much engrossed in the pig's life. He's thinking that moment, if I am going to leave, what is going to happen to these pig wives? What is going to happen to these piglets? Every day morning, they're coming and hugging me, they're kissing me. I am going out to get food for them. I'm feeding them. I'm having this 100 piglets family. For how I'm enjoying my life here. And what am I going to go? How am I going to leave them here and go? So he is having that kind of confusion. In fact, it took some time for Naradji to convince Indra that this is temporary life and his real position is waiting upstairs, up at the heaven, and he has to go and take care of his position. So this illusory energy is so powerful that sometimes it forces us to believe that the life which we are leading, that is permanent and more enjoyable than anything else. So there is another small story about the power of Maya, how Maya can basically entrap us. Sometimes, like, we see these two proverbs outside when in school, or you all might be telling your kids that all that glitter is not gold. Like, sometimes we have these golden jewelries are there, and sometimes we see there are imitation jewelries are there, like that 1 gram gold. Like Mataji these days are very much attracted towards this artificial jewelries. So they will be very shining, but if you go nearby and you see that, we realize that they are not real gold. So we say that all that glitter is not gold. So neighbor's yard, if we see that neighbor's yard grass is always looking more greener than our side of grass. So whatever we have, basically, we should be content in that. If we're content in that, then life will be better. Yeah. So there is a beautiful story on this about this yogi. There was a yogi in one village. He was doing meditation, and he was very sought after yogi in that village. Yogi was basically one cloth. And then the yogi thought, one day the thought came to his mind that, you know what, I'm washing the cloth and drying it and then wearing it. And by doing that process, like, I'm wasting time. Why should not I have another cloth? And one I should wash and the other one I should dry and I should wear it. So some kind of thought came into his mind. There was actually his master was going nearby, and he told that he could understand his intention. Then he told that whatever you have, you try to be content in that and do your sadhana. And if you don't try to accumulate so many things, and basically then what will happen? You will get entrapped in that. After the guru left, the yogi thought, just a simple cloth and extra cloth, and that is definitely going to help me in my sadhana, because I am going to save, like 30 minutes of time every day. Then he calculated 30 minutes of time, and then, 7 days, like that, he calculated that I will have this much amount of extra time for my sadhana. So the yogi basically went to market immediately, and he got it. When he went, the shopkeeper was very happy to see him, and he gifted him 1 or 2 cloths, and he very happily he got home. That, yes, people love me, and I got this donation from them, and I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to happy. Then he washed, and it went on nicely for 2-3 days. His sadhana was nice. One day he woke up and he saw that one of his cloth has been torn by the mouse. Since he has extra cloth now, he was a little bit careless and keeping here and there. and one of his clothes was torn by the mouse. The rat has basically made some hole in that, and he's not able to wear them. So the same time, he thought that I have to do something regarding this rat, because if I go to stitch this cloth now, this is going to take more time, and I'm sure the rat is going to come back and eat and chew my cloth again. So let me get a cat. So he went down and he got a cat. The cat is there. One day when the mouse didn't come, he's very happy in his sadhana. All of a sudden, the cat started, like meow, meow, he started making noise. Then people told Sadhu, your cat may be hungry. You take the milk and feed him. So the Sadhu used to go to somebody's house, get milk, and feed the cat. It went on happily. Then people told that every day you are coming and getting milk from us, and your time is getting wasted. You should think about it. The Sadhu thought for a moment. He told, okay, let me get a cow. If I have a cow now, I'm going to milk the cow and I'm going to feed the cat, and the cat is going to chase away the rat. So he got a cow from the nearby village, and he is very happy. Then cow also gave milk. Sadhu also drank milk. He was very happy, and the cat also is happy, and the rats are not there. Then how the cow is going to survive? Now he needs somehow some food for the cow. He has to got the hay and straw for the cow. That also he has to do. Then he has to milk. He has to clean the cow dog. So many work. So he's chanting, little bit get affected by this cat and by the cow. Then Sadhu thought that I need somebody who should take care of this cow, and then she can also milk, and then he can feed the cat, so that I have extra time, and I have to go back to my sadhana, because I have neglected my sadhana by looking at this cow. Then he went to the nearby village, and same village, and he told that I want to get married, and I want a wife. So then Sadhu basically he got married, and he was happy, and the wife is there. Initially 1 year it went unhappily. It went. Then the wife demanded that, see, you are always like chanting, you are not doing any work, kind of thing, and you have to help always. I am doing, and we have to have a family. Then after some time, the Sadhu had a family. Sadhu had to go outside to do the work, so that his wife is going to take care of the cow and the family. Then one day he was sitting under the tree, and he realized, he was just going by a flashback, that when I did not have anything, I was so happy. I was just chanting doing my seva nicely. Now I have this rat problem. I have this one extra cloth. For this one extra cloth, what happened? I got this extra cloth so that I will save my time, so that I will devote more time in my sadhana. But for that only one piece of extra cloth, which my guru told that you should avoid, and you should be content in whatever you have. What I did, I got a rat. To chase the rat, I got a cat. To feed the cat, I got a cow. Now to take care of the cow, I have this wife. And now to satisfy this wife, I have this family. I have this basically I have this all these accessories I have. So basically, what happened now? I have basically no time now for my sadhana, and what am I doing? So that time, same time, the same Sadhu who was basically mentoring him, he came. So then he advised that child, it is better to be happy with what you have, because when it comes to wanting things, there is no end. Like this Maya is so strong. It forces us to believe that the life which we are leading, that is permanent, and whatever we are doing, it is best. And it gives us all kind of action, all kind of facilities, so that we get more and more entangled in it. Maya is very, very powerful. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Devi hi esi gunamayi mama maya durataya ma mevai prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Basically, Krishna is saying this divine energy of mind, this Maya, this divine energy of mind is consisting of three modes of material nature. It's difficult to overcome. He says that mama maya durataya means it is very difficult to overcome. Krishna himself is saying it is very difficult to overcome. So think about us, we are just conditioned souls. Krishna told this to Arjuna in Dwapar Yuga, like we are in Kali Yuga, like all the qualities and everything is a quarrel, and it's a time of quarrel and hypocrisy. We have all kind of faults within us. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna that it's very difficult to overcome. Think about us, it will be so much difficult to overcome. But again, Krishna also has given the solution. but those who have surrendered unto me, they can easily cross beyond it. We say that, right? If there is an ocean, if we have a nice boat, we can definitely cross the ocean. Similarly, this material nature is the kind of a ocean kind of us. If we have to overcome it, we need Krishna's mercy, and that mercy comes to us through our guru and through shastra, and through our this acharyas and the parampara system. So the more we connected with the sadhu sangha, more we try to read Bhagavad Gita, it is very difficult for us to understand how, where is Maya and where is Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita also says a similar thing, that Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hoye andhakara, yahan Krishna, tahan nahi Mayara adhikar. Basically, Krishna is compared to a sunshine and Maya is compared to darkness. So whenever there is sunshine, there cannot be darkness. As soon as one takes Krishna consciousness, the darkness of illusion or the influence of the external energy will immediately vanish. So we see that there is external energy and there is internal energy. We should try and aspire to, as much as possible, to get connected with this internal energy. Like our Gaur Gobind Maharaj, he always says that you have to understand whether you want to become a Godasa or a Goswami. Basically, Godas means but. Like we say that we are Krishna Das. Instead, jokingly, he says that you can be Godas. Basically, Go means our senses. You have to understand whether you are becoming a servant of Krishna or you want to become a servant of your senses. So very jokingly, he says that you decide whether you want to become a Godas or a Goswami. Basically, you have to conquer your senses. Otherwise, the Maya is so strong, or the senses are so strong, that they are going to capture you and they are going to become your manager. Instead of you basically overpower them, they will have with 100 hands and 1,000 hands, they'll come to capture you. So here very beautifully, our Kapila Muni is describing that how the conditioned living entity is satisfied in his own particular spaces of life, and while he becomes illusioned by the influence of this illusory energy Maya, he is very happy in that. Even when in a hellish condition, he thinks and he takes very delight in that hellish enjoyment. He even doesn't aspire that, yes, outside there is a better situation. I'm going to let me go and let me go and try out that option. He also won't do this extra effort, because he thinks that whatever situation I am now, that is the best situation and there is nothing better than that. So with this, would like to end today's discussion. Thank you so much. La Prabhupada ki jai. Hari Bol.
Thank you very much. We like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. And we like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam, Ugravira Mahavishya, Sarvatam Kam Nrsimham, Vishanam Bhatalam Nityam Mityam Namyam. Nrsimha Bhagwana ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let us offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas, Mancha Kalpatarupaisya Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Govinda ki Jai. Also, just a couple of minutes, today is also Hera Panchami. We just celebrated Rath Yatra on 7th Sunday. And Rath Yatra is a time when Lord Jagannath goes from Nilachal, which is Dwarka, Jagannath Puri, to Gundicha temple, which is Vrindavan, Sundarachal. So after the fifth day, which is Panchami, Hera, the goddess of fortune, comes to Gundicha temple. Her husband, Lord Jagannath, had mentioned, "Oh, I'll come back in a day," but 5 days have passed and he has not yet come. So that's where it's called Hera Panchami, and there's an entire wonderful pastimes of that. I'll post the link from Chaitanya Chaitamrita in the Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Hare Krishna. Please have a read. It would be nice reading it. Okay? Hari Hari.
Thank you, everybody. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.